Most of us upgrade, or at least dream of upgrading our bikes, so replacing individual parts for ones that perhaps work better, look better, or add new functionality. But not all upgrades represent good value, so when money's tight, this is where we think you should invest. It's time for GCN's Save or Spend. Spend or save. Save or spend. Save. Right, first up, here is a tip from the pros. Now, many World Tour teams, believe it or not, actually buy their own components, and so they also look to save money. Therefore, when you have a look at their bikes, you may well find Ultegra cassettes instead of Dura-Ace, or SRAM Force instead of Red. So yeah, there is a weight penalty between the two, maybe 60 grams or so, but that all-important performance is similar. And then, same thing when you look at chains. Ultegra instead of Dura-Ace. Yeah, there is still a weight penalty of 12 grams, and you do lose that low friction coating that you get with a Dura-Ace chain, but you also save yourself a bunch of cash. What are we going to do with it then? Where are we going to invest it? Spend! Tyres, that's where. The difference between a run-of-the-mill tyre and a great tyre is absolutely massive. Genuinely tangible performance benefits. Now, a good tyre is likely to be lighter, so it'll probably feel a bit more lively when you're accelerating or when you're climbing, but we're really talking about rolling resistance here. Great tyres roll much, much faster, and we're talking upwards of 10 watts here per wheel. And if you're going to upgrade this area, you might as well try a wider tyre as well. Definitely a bit of a trendy topic at the moment, but with good reason. Wider tyres, generally faster, and definitely more comfortable. Save. For many years, and particularly in mountain biking, bike brands would often put more expensive rear derailleurs on bikes that they were selling in order to make it seem like the specification was better. So they would then say, oh yeah, it's got a mix of Ultegra and 105. Meaning that actually it's got a full 105 group set, but with an Ultegra rear derailleur on. In performance terms, zero upgrade. In terms of weight savings, probably about 40 grams. So when it comes to replacing rear derailleurs, and you do need to do that from time to time, then personally I would always replace like with like. And then, with the money that I'd saved, I'd then invest it elsewhere. Spend. A set of high-end gear cables can make a big difference to your shifting with their super smooth inners and outers. But living as I do in the UK with average to poor riding conditions for about 359 days of the year, I would personally generally shy away from expensive cables unless I'm instructed to do otherwise. So in the case of Shimano's Dura-Ace group sets needing Shimano Dura-Ace cables. And instead what I do is invest in a massive stash of replacement, less expensive cables, meaning that as soon as my current set deteriorate, I wouldn't think twice about whipping them off, sticking a fresh set on, and keeping that performance tip-top. And the same, of course, is true for brakes as well as shifting. Save. Handlebars can seem like a tempting upgrade, but in terms of grams saved for cash spent, they're actually not the best value upgrade you can make. Having said that, I have bought more handlebars in my time than I care to remember, but always the reason was to actually get a shape that was more to my liking, because an upgrade for me is getting my hands literally on a set of compact road drop bars. I've bought compact wider bars for my cross bike, I've bought compact narrower bars for my road bikes, and always in a less expensive aluminium model. Yet there is a slight weight penalty, so it's not suitable for your ultimate superbike, but they feel just as good. Save or spend. I tend to save by bulk buying standard butyl inner tubes. Now, I personally feel that having a slightly thicker inner tube makes it more puncture resistant, and I also think that saving money here means that when you do get a flat tyre, it's just that little bit less depressing. However, lightweight inner tubes are actually the best value weight-saving upgrade you can make, with a cost per gram ratio far in excess of anything else. Generally about 30 cents or 30 pence per gram saved, as opposed to well in excess of $1, euro, pound per gram. And then furthermore, many people feel that if you actually upgrade to a latex inner tube, you actually improve the ride quality of your bike and get lower rolling resistance. Spend or save. Many of you watching this will no doubt ride your bikes with flat pedals, and that's often out of choice and with good reason. It's convenient and it's also easier. But making the upgrade to clipless pedals, which are slightly confusingly named because they clip your feet into them, is, we think, a good upgrade. Now, there is a little bit of contention there, but like I said, all of us here at GCN feel that clipless pedals are a great upgrade. But here is also a point where you can save. If you're already using clipless pedals, then you can take another tip from the pros and use less expensive ones. Yeah, there is a slight weight penalty, but functionally, they're exactly the same. And the reason I say it is because at the Tour de France this year, I noticed that Team Katusha were using the cheaper Look Keo Max pedals as opposed to the lighter, more expensive Look Keo blades. Last of all, spend it. If you're after performance, i.e. you don't just ride, you also train, which is, I think, an important distinction, then a Powermeter is likely to get you better, faster. Now, they are, of course, a significant investment, but the good news is they are getting cheaper. So this new Power to Max NG Eco actually retails for less than €500, and that, remarkably, is with cranks and rings as well. Now, of course, you do still need to put the hard work in, but Powermeter is pretty much guaranteed to make that hard work actually do more for you. So, save or spend. Let us know what you think are the best value upgrades you can make to your bike. Or in fact, are you more like Eddie Merckx, who legend has it once said that you shouldn't buy upgrades, you should ride upgrades. Which is all very well for Eddie to say, but let's face it, he had the pimpest bike going when he was racing. Now, do make sure you subscribe to GCN before leaving this video. That's probably the best upgrade you can make on the internet if you're a cyclist. And if you want some more content right now, then we've got how to make your bike faster, just down there, so some great upgrades, or indeed how to make your bike look more pro, which is in itself also an upgrade, just down there.